DMTV, bitch. Don't get tucked in, pussy.
Bitch, I got money now.
And if you got money now, check the link in the description box and pin in the comment section to cop the merch of the DMTV channel. If you want to really be as a representative or supporter of the DMTV Nation, we got Big Jew t-shirts, Untuckable t-shirts, many of the designs that I've all created. And plus, subscribe to my Patreon where I have exclusive videos that live there. We're going to be also dropping more exclusive content, concert breakdowns, album cover breakdowns, video breakdowns, and more will reside on the Patreon. Click the link.
Tell me why you keep crying. She say no tears in my eyes, beloved. Why is you lying? All this blood in my body, but I still feel like I'm dying. She confessor says that Anthony, but my name was Aiden.
We working.
I can tell
the old days, I remember those. Nowadays, ain't no loyalty. Your friends turn into foes. We move on and that's just how it goes. I got style and I got the flow. Standing on my 10 toes. You gotta grind just to be a pro. And for you niggas talking, switch up off your body, watch it decompose. Every loss is a learned lesson. Some trying to keep up what they're doing. Maybe why you people so depressing. Too many followers and no lead.
Hey. Kill him with the frog leg. Frog leg. Kill him with the frog. Bitch, I'm dropping frog leg. Baby, want the frog leg. Frog leg. Frog leg.
The light show. The light show. Come check out the light show. Go ahead, eat the light show.
Trendsetter. Trendsetter.
Morocco drama.
Cannon.
Look at that eyes. The boys looking bright tonight. Light show, like we in a light
DJ
show.
Drama. What's the deal? This is Boy McClain at Dwayne McClain TV. We back again with another live tonight. I will be making sure, I promise all y'all, I will be getting back to the edited content. I know y'all been looking forward to that. So I'm gonna be putting my jersey back on. We'll be back out there in the field. I have been having fun doing live, so we will be doing lives a week. I'm trying to mix it up. Might give y'all like 2 or 1 a week, but I'm gonna try to keep going live every night because I have a lot of fun doing these. Shouts out to EBK, who was first in the building. And I see you back there, my boy. Armchair, I'll bring you on in a second. Let me just talk to the audience for a little bit. We got my boy Tyler Rogers in the building. He's in here every night. Destiny Harris, hey love. Hope you're having a great night. I am. Still in Chicago? Oh, I think he was in Chicago. No, he's in the Midwest. V the Goddess in the building. 333. She's a big time supporter here every night. My boy Terrell Long, OG in the building. High Found, what's the deal? V, what's the deal? What's the deal? My boy Musicland HQ82. This guy's always, he supports every video. He's showing love every video, every night, here and day in and day out. And I really, really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody supporting the boy Dwayne McClain. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? So while y'all in here, hit the like button. We're gonna have a good episode. Me and my boy Armchair always have a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? Always. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. You know what I mean? They didn't want to enslave black people, man. It was just a business at the time. You know what I'm saying? Slavery was a business. And it just wasn't a black thing. It was a race thing. It was a human thing. So you got to look that up and understand that as well. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Red Star. You know what I mean? I really appreciate everybody coming in. And I know how we doing tonight. Don't be stingy. Send the grips. Oh, what? This was a question for something a long time. How much chicken does TD Jakes eat on a Sunday? I forgot who I had on here, and I asked that. But yeah, I think TD Jakes eats. He's a lot of chicken on a Sunday, man. He probably eats like 40 pounds of chicken. You know what I'm saying? But y'all see that at the bottom of the screen. If you want promotion and you're interested in being an interview or a guest on the Dwayne McClain podcast or on Illuminati Talk, there are 2 different price ranges, 2 different channels. But if you're interested in being a guest on the channel, please email patrock1982@gmail.com. And also show all your support to my Cash App at DMTV2, $. DMTV2 is very simple to do and very simple to use. I don't have it pinned in there tonight. I should. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and bring the guest on tonight. My boy Armchair. I've been promised him an episode, and he support heavy. That's how you gonna be rocking tonight?
Yeah.
You gonna be on camera? Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I get out Tuesday. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Still holding on strong?
Yeah, man, I get out Tuesday. I don't give a fuck anymore, man.
Oh,
I can cuss on this channel, right? I can cuss on this channel?
Yeah, you cuss on this channel, man. We
Oh,
don't give
okay,
a fuck
cool.
over here. We just not gonna
Okay,
harass nobody. If you talk about a celebrity, we'll say their name one time and give them a nickname. And we are not
We
going
still
to
can't
talk
talk about
that.
the C word.
Nah, we're not talking about that.
C word.
We're gonna speak in
The
code.
C word. Yeah.
We're gonna speak in
Right.
code because they
macaroni.
I'm on my
Call it
second strike
macaroni.
so
Call it macaroni.
yeah, man. I see
the macaroni thing was lifted, and they still. My last commander was a fucking complete like psychopath, a racist psychopath, a dickhead.
Oh shit.
So this dude was on 10. If you dealt with them racist, like for real, like I don't know, North Carolina might not be as bad as like Mississippi or like if you ever dealt with a fucking racist before as a black dude, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I lived in Mississippi 10 years when I was a kid, so it's fucking I know I've seen racism in my face. So I mean called nigger to my face when I was in high school. So
shit.
And not like in yo, you my dog, like nigger, like a redneck.
Did you scrap?
No, I pushed the dude, and then I was about to walk away. I still got paddled by the redneck principal the next fucking day. That was back when I was 16, bro. But
you got paddled at 16?
Yeah, that's what. You're a grown ass man, and you want to beat dude's ass, bro.
That's weird. Continue.
Yeah, Mississippi is crazy. Just south of Memphis, dude. Like Mississippi was crazy, bro. It was on some rate. This is only 2007, so it's like and fucking insane that it was still that fucking racist and crazy and backwards that back then. But anyway, so yeah, man. So then. My last commander, he was a fucking racist, that dickhead. I had a religious exemption pending for not taking the COVID shot. That was keep me in the army, right? So but my commander was like, oh, I'm going to get him out. I'm going to get this nigger out on a negative discharge. So he hit me with the fucking UCMJ's back-to-back, basically for petty bullshit, like missing one day at PT or something. And they tell me I'm getting out. My redneck little NCO, he was telling me I'm getting out. Or Texas redneck's a little different, but he was like a Texas redneck, an ex-Navy dude, but just still an asshole, bald, skinhead dude. Anyway, so then he told me, "Oh, you're getting out on a negative." I'm like, "Okay." So then I was like, "Okay, I'm going to pull my religious exemption and get out anyway."
Right.
I go to I tell my commander, I got to send him a letter formally and then say I want to pull the religious exemption. He's like, "Oh, you can't. What about your oath to the Constitution? All this shit." I'm like, "Motherfucker, what?" So I was like, I didn't literally say that, but I was like, "Dude, whatever." Like. Y'all have fucking like homos and weirdos up in here now. Get the fuck out of here. But I'm not going to say negative thing about them. I want to say something worse or the word. Anyway, so I say, okay, finally I send the letter to the colonel. My commander gives me a UCNJ and fucking doesn't want to pull my religious exemption. I sent it to the colonel above him. Thankfully, he's a black dude, but he's half like Uncle Tom, but he's a black dude. So the colonel's a black dude, but it's like kind of, I call that, there's a book I read about racism called Racial Showcase. And so occasionally they put a Negro in positions of power, but they still is a racist system. Anyway, so then we all know that works. You probably saw it in the National Guard too. Anyway, so then
bad, bro. It was bad. But
yeah, man. So anyway, I went and pulled my, I sent the letter to the colonel, pulled my religious exemption in September last year. So I'm waiting.
What religion you were claiming, man?
I was came in that I worship the Egyptian gods and shit. It doesn't matter in the army. It doesn't matter. You can be a Jedi now in the army. That's what's so crazy. You can be You can be a Jedi homosexual and you don't get discharged for that. So anyway, so then you can say you're literally. I mean, that's real. You can say you worship the Jedi is your religion, like Star Wars.
I know. We had a guy in my unit who was a Viking.
Yeah, you can do with Viking. That's real. That's real, dude. Real talk. There's a
Viking,
dude,
white dude with a beard. We're like, how?
Dude, and 4 years ago in basic, there was religious service for the Norse pagan Viking gods, and dude had a beard. The priest had a fucking the Thor's hammer necklace and a beard because he had a religious religious accommodation for the beard. White boys be running shit.
Right. But continue. What's going on with your commander and shit?
So the last one was the racist Mormon crazy dude. Racist Mormon dude. You know, Mormons are fucking crazy. They believe Jesus was a white man that came to America and walked on the Mississippi River or some shit.
They believe that shit for real, bro.
Dude, you look it up. They believe that.
Hey, you ever met a black Mormon?
I met a black Mormon in AIT, and I was like, "What the? He's a weirdo." He looked like imagine if Carlton was chubbier from Fresh Prince with except bald.
Yeah, we had a dude,
Uncle Tom, dude.
We had a dude from he was from Utah. His name was Mortimer. It sounded like a Utah ass motherfucker. and he was a Mormon. This motherfucker, he came up to us. Remember when they banned the Twinkies? Nigga, we in basic. We're tired, nigga. He pulled up to us like, hey guys, hey, Twinkies are back. Twinkies are back. We like, well, if you don't get your weird ass away from us, man.
Well, I got in trouble in basic. My basic, I had a funny story from my basic, bro. So me and my battle buddy, he was from Virginia, and he claimed I'm a gangbanger. But East Coast gangbanging ain't hardcore, no way. It's just some phony stuff. I mean, you have savages in the East Coast. There's more savages than the West Coast, in my opinion. But the gangbanging ain't like the politics of, oh, we're Crip or blood. All that's just guys just watching me rap videos. Anyway, so then he said I'm a Crip or whatever, and so I'm gonna do what I want. So we sneak off, and when we go to sick call and we sneak off on Fort Leonard Wood, we sneak off and go get and go to the movie theater that's closed down. We go get a soda from the soda machine and use our damn Army pay cards to get a soda. We go get the sodas and we're drinking them. It's like, okay, we're gonna act like we're just gonna play it cool and act like we're AIT soldiers, even though we're basic trainees and we don't have the right to drink a soda yet.
Right.
So then fucking the Hispanic drill sergeant from the other platoon catches us and tells us to get in the van. I just kill the shit and throw it out. And then he throws it. He act like he a gangster. He gets so scared when he get in trouble with the drill NCO. He got so scared. And I'm like, I fucking never been in no serious trouble. And I just fucking okay, whatever. So then he fucking, I went to, I as a 18 or 17, I went to jail for shoplifting a candy bar from Walmart, but I've never been in no serious trouble. Anyway, so then I threw it out, and then they like, oh, you're gonna get a UCJ for that shit. The other drill sergeant, mean white one that was retiring, senior drill sergeant, he was retiring. He's a fucking dickhead. He failed everybody on the PT test, like even the girls. Girls only got, back then they saw the old PT test. Girls only have to do 15 push-ups. He even failed the girls. Even though girls are, the weak little white girls, we had so many really weak little white girls in National Guard that would fail out and even make it to their unit, bro. It's just pathetic. Anyway, so then, sorry to beat up on women, but I know I don't want to use your channel in trouble. Anyway, so then, but why, don't try to do what what women do. Anyway, so then I go and then they like, oh, we have to go stand in front of the commander over getting a soda and threaten with UCNJ. The Jamaican first sergeant comes like, why do you drink a soda? What the fuck? I'm thinking I'm laughing. I'm like, y'all are pathetic. Like this is what the arbitrary is like. It's like this is like 1984 type shit. It's like over a soda, motherfucker. Like who gives a fuck?
What's your assumption of your time in the military? What would you describe it? I would
describe it as like a bunch of petty motherfuckers. It's still, even though it's not as bad as like maybe they literally kick your ass back in the 80s and shit, but the Army still to me was a bunch of petty motherfuckers tripping over. I have rank, you don't, bow before me. That's it. Literally is like literally like the bad guys in Star Wars type of shit or a Nazi or something. It's like literally, I have rank, you don't, bow before me. That was my whole experience in the fucking military. I mean, you kind of camaraderie with your battle buddies. It's such a corny term, right? Battle buddy, such a corny term. Anyway, but you have camaraderie with your battle buddies or your battles and shit. But it's the whole, everyone rank. It's like, I have rank, you don't, bow before me. So it's all about, and then it's also all this brown nosing. And then the guy makes specials. He brown noses to get NCO, or he brown noses to get green to gold or whatever. It's such a fucking
It's a buddy system.
It's a buddy fucking system, buddy
and they treat like, see, with you, when they hear you talk, they don't know you still a brother. Like they'll think you one of them because you speak real proper, but you're really one of us. Like you really with the nigga shit. Like you really with the fuck shit.
Yeah. and no, that's just the way I was raised. My dad, we were middle class. That's why I was raised. I don't talk like a rap video. That's why I was raised. But I'm still on the inside.
Right.
You're
not with the buddy shit. Like what
I'm a fucking real ass nigga, bro.
And I came across a lot of y'all in the military like that. Boy, what I'm saying is in the military, it's real political, like in certain areas. Like if you don't speak a certain way, we're not even gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I got it a lot because I was a knucklehead in there. But I will make friends. I was real friendly and people love me. So I'll bounce off. But there'll be a lot of different sergeants and NCOs out there. But I had National Guard time. So it's not a difference active duty. I only had to do with these niggas once a weekend. And I had a lot of active duty time.
I was National Guard at first, and I got kicked out for high blood pressure because it runs my family. I'm a big guy. So I got kicked out back in 2017 for high blood pressure. So then I went to the active duty. It's like the National Guard literally fucked up my packet because they were so dumb rednecks. They didn't even tell me I can't be on medication to treat my mild medical condition. I told them EPS, like, hey, I'm on medication. It's a legal drug. They kicked me out. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go to I was like, they didn't even tell me nothing. So active duty, they are more thorough, but they're more, they are crazier, but more thorough, and you're signing your life away completely. But you get all the benefits once you make it out. If you make it out with a general honorable, I'm being a general under honorable conditions, so I'm good. Like, no, I didn't get fucking sharped. I didn't get fucking EO'd or anything crazy.
Right,
so
right.
I'm good, right? I had a situation where a female NCO thought I had a crush on her, so she fucking said, don't talk to me. But that I didn't get sharped or anything serious happened. So nothing, I didn't get no rape charge or nothing. So crazy. Like, I've heard horror stories from another guy I know from OG Silverback. One of his friends told me, like, he knew a guy that got a black NCO got sharped in like 2012 and got a negative discharge. He got like a dishonorable because he was fucking trainees in Fort Sam. But that's insane. That's like literally he literally was fucking trainees and he's a staff sergeant. So it was like literally insane. So anyway, so then but basically my whole military period is like all about brown nosing, ass kissing in the modern day. And then we had the full thing where they made us watch a video about 6 months ago about how you have to respect the rights of trans.
I told you about the time that trans lieutenant got me.
Yeah, I always remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, I brought you up. I'm active duty, and this is active duty. You have to do these motherfuckers every day. And I brought you up. I said, man, I got a homie. I didn't say at home. I said, man, I got a dude I know in the National Guard that I didn't say your name. I said, I know a dude in the National Guard that he had a trans officer demand to be called the female pronouns, and then he accidentally called. He's from the South and doesn't understand that stuff, and accidentally called him the male pronoun and got a UCMJ. I was like, so how often does that happen now? Because y'all are making this the policy. Yeah.
But look, I was slipped up because when you see him, it looked like a dude, and you're not going to think man when you see it because all he had was lipstick, a hair slicked back.
If you just eyeliner and lipstick,
puffed up face, it was still a man.
Short hair, short hair, masculine face. Yeah.
So the first time I was like, sir, and they corrected me, and then like the whole day comes over, and we tired. I like, sir, oh shit, I mean, ma'am. As soon as that first sir came out, seen their face get red. They was like, we want to make an example of him. And I was a sergeant. And it was such when you black. In military, man, if you black, they going to really make an example out of you.
Yeah, if you're, they will find out. It's almost like I think it's the police force the same way. They will find out if you're Uncle Tom Coon or not. If you talk like me and talk all prim, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes sergeant, yes senior sergeant, yes master sergeant, and all that prim proper stuff. Yeah, I am American soldier. I'm a warrior member of a team, and you say all that stuff perfect. But when they find out you a real ass nigga and you ain't for the fucking ass kissing sickle fancy, they're gonna be like, okay, we gonna give it. Okay, he late one time, 5 seconds late. He UCMJ, or he fucking do anything wrong. He don't have his battle dress ready perfectly for a field op. He fucking UCMJ because he's a real ass nigga. We fuck him. So that's what their mentality. There's the act duty. There's no escape. You're there every day. It's like jail. You're there every day. And if you're not accounted for, if you fuck. One time I was banging my a black Caribbean chick off post. Yeah, and I was blowing her back out, but they told us to come in on a fucking Sunday for a field op in August 2021. And I was 5 seconds late. I had to drop off at the airport. I didn't want to she didn't have a car at the time. She had flown in to come and see me. So she had flown in to come and see me. I didn't want to just leave and she has to go get a cab. It was easy to drop her off. But then because I thought they were going to understand, they only gave me an hour to be there. They called me at 6 and they wanted to be there they called me at 6:30 and wanted me to be there at 8. So I was like, fuck, man. So thankfully I'm stationed in Fort Bliss, El Paso. So I had to go drop her off the airport, get back on post, sign in back on post, and then you go get my uniform, all that shit. I got there 5 minutes late. My crazy commander gave me ECMJ for that. And my crazy team sergeant was like, literally looked like if George Bush just shaved his head. Like at the time, his name was like, I don't even know his name, but he was like, he had made sergeant first class in 10 years. He was a Freemason. He wore his Freemason ring openly, had a Freemason license plate. He was open about it. And this motherfucker was like, once he didn't like you, he was going to give you UCMJ. He only had 2 offenses on the thing. He was late to the field and he fell asleep on watch. When I made to the field, I was actually I wasn't asleep. I was in the armored vehicle. We have a vehicle called the MMPV, which we're a chemical company, so that we have anti-chemical, totally can seal up vehicle that's called the MMPV. It looks like a giant truck with armor. So then anyway, as a turn on top. So then anyway, so I'm in there. I'm like, it's fucking midnight. I drove to the field. It took 5 hours to drive to the field. I drive what's called the light motorized troop vehicle, MMTV, to the field, a big truck, right? It takes 5 hours to get out there. So, and then I'm tired as fuck. So I'm like nodding off a little bit. I'm on my phone just looking at silly shit on my phone. My commander comes through and my junior NCO comes through and is like, oh, what the fuck? Why aren't you, should be pulling night watch. So I go up in the fucking thing. So, okay, I have to pull duty. I go up in the turret and I'm doing the sight sketch on my book. They still mad. Because of that, they fucking say, oh, you fell asleep. They didn't wrote I fell asleep. I wasn't asleep though. Really, before I got my breathing machine, I would have an issue where I had narcolepsy, where in the military one was the first time where a civilian job is different. Like military, it really does tire you out, and it finds out if you have narcolepsy or not. So because you get up 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and then you're stressed out, I would get narcolepsy. All through 2021, I had narcolepsy, and it was pissing off my NCOs. I was a lazy asshole when you're black. But really, a guy that was Air Percent NCO, he's still a jackass, but he was Air Percent NCO. He realized that I had narcolepsy and recommended me to go to the sleep doctor, and I got a breathing machine. So that gives me more VA when I get out too. I just filed my VA claim Friday.
Oh, you about to file your claim?
I already filed my claim.
I got my information to file my claim, man. They give me the runaround.
Okay, we have to go to when you're active duty, we have a VFW rep that does it for us, and we just give him our medical records. He puts our name, our social in there, our medical records, and all he can see all our medical problems that we've done in our active duty career and files it for us.
Okay.
So I don't know how National Guard. I don't know, but I think you can just still get your medical records. And
I got my medical. I just got my medical records. They only got my lung disorder down. They ain't got my accident when I got hit in that car. They ain't got my ankles and knees. They ain't got none of that. I'm gonna just have to claim
everything. They're supposed to have everything. And every time you've gone to a military hospital, they're supposed to have it.
They don't have it. I gotta call them. All they got is my lung record. My lung records. That's it.
Okay, that's fucked up. Okay, you need to. Yeah, you still need to work out. Now that you're out, go to the VA and file your claim. And I just file in person. Like literally get all your medical records and email to your fucking even civilian email now, and just have that, and then go file your claim and move like a damn, like you're stiffer than the Fantastic Four Incredible Thing dude. Okay, just move like a rock monster up in there and don't move at all, and then you'll get paid the most money.
Right. I got a few guys who got 100%. I'm calling them all this week. And,
if you got battles that know the deal, you can just pick their brain. I'm not done it yet. I'm just telling you what I've been told. Go in there and barely move, and then you'll get the most money.
Well, would you suggest somebody join the military?
No, I would suggest no. Now it's too toxic, man. You have all the I just call it the rainbow, and the rainbow stuff. The races are still there, even though the rainbow stuff is in there. And the races don't come at you direct like 1950. They just fucking wait for you to do something petty wrong, and they'll let their ones that they like get away with it. There was a dude, white boy. He got kicked out for COVID in May, but all his career he made it to specialist. That was white boy. He was active duty. And say, for example, active duty used to be back in the day, like our barracks used to be right near, and active duty back in the day, the barracks is right near the company. You can literally, if you don't have to have a car, you can just walk to the company, right? Now the company is 3 miles away from the barracks. Mm-hmm. Even though we moved barracks, we only moved a mile closer. So the barracks is 2.5 miles away from the company. You cannot get there on time if you walk, or you can, if you have a bike, you might be able to make it. It's still difficult, but you can make it on time. It's a 20-minute bike ride, but walking, no way. It'll be a 40-minute walk. Or, if you could run super quick, you'd be tired as hell. You go run super quick like a PT test and get there. Anyway, so then you have to have a car, but this fool will be late every day, and he would not get UCMJ. So I've seen that in myself. So a white boy not get UCMJ, and he's late all the fucking time. Black dude, you're late 5 seconds late one time, they UCMJ you, or they'll write that one down. If you're late 3 more times over a course, they have 2 years to go back in the Army. They have 2 years to go back for a negative counseling to give you UCMJ. They can go back 2 years. And
2 years?
Yes. That's up.
In the National Guard, they didn't do nothing in the National Guard. Man, we had guys late every day nothing would happen to them, man. We had guys, man.
I remember that. National Guard is way more relaxed. It's way more relaxed. It's only weekend warrior. It's unless you're deployed, it's probably super relaxed. You know, now active duty is you get all the benefits, but it's full-time Army and green weenie in your butt cheeks every fucking day, because that's you sign up for. I want to live the Army life every day. But we're gonna just know the regulation better than y'all National Guard. Well, my daddy's an asshole, but he used to call National Guard in his day no-goes, because y'all are so they would act duty back in them. They consider y'all so ate up. Y'all don't know regulation. Y'all ain't in shape because y'all just civilians that play soldier.
I don't know. We see active duty, man. Only time I seen a difference of it when I went to BOC. I went to BOC. I did see a lot of National Guard soldiers was fucked up and active duty, but it was like active duty soldiers that was fucked up too. A whole lot of them.
That's true. But you live it every day.
Ask me today, I would tell them, you know, to join. I'd be like, hey, just go ahead and join. It's easier now. It's easier. Yeah, you gonna do some fuck shit. What was your MOS in there? You probably had a shitty MOS.
I had shit. See, I had originally had a good MOS. So what happened with me was I had a very high ASVAB score, right? Because I'm smart, right? And I've been in college before. I joined later in my life. I joined in my late 20s. I just joined to get out my mom's basement, right? So then anyway, because I'm just going to community college and was running out of money to go to school, I just said fuck it, I'll just join the Army, right? So then anyway, I joined with I joined like a 92 on the ASVAB score. So I had a high ASVAB score. It's like not only the top score is 99 percentile, so I had a very high score, right? So anyway, so I pick a very hard MOS called 68 kilo, which is medical lab technician. It takes 6 months. You spend 6 months at Fort Sam and training on how to use learning how every organ of the human body works, and then you take 6 months and learn how to use microscopes and do dissections and shit. Then you go to your duty station, which most times is an Army hospital, and do 6 months residency, and then you're a full junior enlisted medical lab technician soldier. So then they changed the curriculum on us before I got there. It was a 60% pass rate. The Quizlets were still there. People could use the Quizlets that were made 4 years ago and pass all the quizzes, because there's 2 quizzes a day. 2 quizzes a week in the MOS for 6 months. It's very, very grueling. It's like going to college, except you can't smoke weed. You can't just chase girls and smoke weed, and you have to get up and do PT in the morning.
Where?
When you go to AIT for a hard medical AIT.
Oh yeah.
It's like they condensed 2 years of associate's degree training into 6 months. That's how tough it is.
Oh damn! What happened with that MOS?
So I failed out of that MOS. I made it. We had a Chinaman that had a bachelor's degree in chemistry that failed out the first month. So I failed out even though I'm smart, I failed out. There's pre-chemistry, biochemistry 1, biochemistry 2. I made it almost through biochemistry 1 the first time and got recycled for failing a hard test. Into that, I got recycled, made it through biochemistry 1 again. All the way when you get recycled, you have to go through biochemistry 1, then biochemistry 2. I made it the end of biochemistry 2 and failed out again. So then they changed curriculum. It was all crazy. They didn't know what they were doing. They were changing a new curriculum to us, and they didn't know what they're doing. Only 10 people passed out of 60 people. So then I failed out of that and got reclassed to CBurn, an MOS I hate, which is 74 Delta, which is, they jokingly call it Jack of all trades, master of none, 74 detail. Because in CBurn is basically, chemical weapon defense. So basically, you sit around because unless World War III happens, you can't do your job, because it's actually, what if, like the Germans invented the sarin gas stuff, so it hits chemical rounds. We're basically, our MOS is to either dispose those rounds or go into a hazardous environment. Say, for example, Taliban, whoever these little guys they probably are financing secretly. Say, for example, Taliban has a drug lab that's making sarin gas and fentanyl to sell on the street. Our MOS is to put on full mop gear, go in there and collect a sample of the fentanyl and collect a sample of the sarin gas, wrap it up, bag it, and get out that environment. But first, EOD, the bomb tech dudes, first will clear the area anyway. Then the chemical dudes go in there with their chemical detection equipment. We have several chemical detecting equipments, like a laser. We have a laser, and then one that just reads the chemical makeup, and we have Geiger counters, and then we go in there and see if it's safe, and then we go in there and get the chemicals and get out. And so then we'll have different teams. So I'll have a decon team, the guys that get out of the hazardous environment, and you have to wash them down with bleach and shit, and then wipe them down and cut them out of their suit. So and then we also have the sample guy and the transport guy. The transport guy typically is just an NCO that just transports the thing back to the lab, chemical lab, while a warrant officer gives you intel on your headset, So that's what my MOS was. It's a shitty MOS.
And do you feel out of the course?
I failed out of the very hard medical AIT. Yeah, and I got reclassed to an very easily academic AIT called CBURN medical, called just chemical defense. It's called chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear defense. So it was basically very easy. It's only a 2-month AIT. And they treat the drill sergeants are back on. The drill sergeants are just like almost like basic training level. You can't have your cell phone at Fort Sam, it's so long. You can have your cell phone, your computer, your video games, whatever. We were sneaking vapes on posts. We're sneaking booze on the older guys. Were sneaking booze on posts. We were doing what we wanted.
So what's the new MOS you got?
It's called the one I have now is 74 Delta, the CBURN chemical defense.
Oh, I would never do that stupid ass shit.
They forced me into
it. You be dealing with gas all the time, don't you?
Yeah, we don't deal with gas all the time. That's what people think. We run a gas chamber. We don't. We just play in mop gear for our missions. So for example, I'm stationed in West Texas, El Paso, and we have to do missions in full mop gear sometimes. That's what sucks. So we were even Hispanic junior NCO one time. He got out on COVID, but I remember he passed out in a mission one time. It was 110 degrees in El Paso one time. We were in full mop gear. The full mop gear, the full gas mask and the mop suit. And we were almost about to pass out because they were in 110 degree weather in the Paso desert. Mm-hmm. So that's what sucks.
Oh shit, my bad.
All right, man. But I'm just saying that it will cook you alive out here because if your MOS is like 74 Delta and you're basically the gas mask man, mm-hmm. It will cook you out here because we're in West Texas, the desert. And the wintertime is not that bad. It's like It keeps you warm. But in the summertime, you can't wait to get out of suit. You get retarded.
See, with an MOS like that, I wouldn't advise nobody to join. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell them to get how your ass valve, but that's CBURN. They try to send me to CBURN school. I'm like, I said no to a lot of schools. I was 25 Quebec. Communications is the best MOS in the military. We don't do nothing in communications. Nothing.
That's why I was originally going to pick. I was going to pick 25 Bravo or a medical. I ended up picking medical to get it because that MOS counts for a lot in the civilian world. But I failed out halfway through it because it's fucking was super difficult. So because it's like, hey, tell me about how the ATP is synthesizing your body to generate energy in your lungs. And you're like, oh, I remember some of this from high school, but it's like all that type of shit. How does the liver synthesize fats and lipid and fatty acids in your body? And that type of very technical shit they were asking you in every test. And it's very difficult. So if you're not a genius, you will fail the fuck out of that shit. Or you have photographic memory. We have dudes that just have photographic memory and pass. They don't even understand what they said, but they just passed tests. They have photographic memory and shit. But but it basically like, but it was all like I was getting used to the military lifestyle on top of having to do a very hard AIT fucked me up. If I just could focus on academics and didn't have to do the military lifestyle, I could have passed. But the fact you have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, PT still, and then pass the course academically was fucked me up. So yeah. So, but now I'm getting out now. I didn't last month.
What did you shoot when you was in there? What was your shot range?
Dude, the ranges were so fucked up at Fort Leonard Wood.
Are you gonna blame the range?
Yeah, dude.
The
ranges are fucked up. I can shoot like a fucking a hair off a gnat's ass. But now the ranges. I went to a pistol range about 6 months ago, and I scored sharp. I scored expert.
Expert, you got 36. I got 35 out of 40 one time. I never hit expert. I always get 35.
And dude, on the what's it called? The EST, what's it called? We have an we have the simulated range. It's called what's it called? EST. I think it's called EST.
Yeah.
We I don't know if you have that in the guard, but in Act 2 we have the AST range right up the road. And I'm scoring I score expert on that. But at the real ranges, bro, they don't change the. I think they have Mexican contractors change out the targets, bro. The targets are everyone complains about the targets here.
Hold on. You just said you scored expert on the EST. Now with real bullets, what did you score?
No, real bullets pistol. I scored expert. Real bullets. M4, I'm only scoring marksman. The ranges are so fucked up because the pistol range is not as fucked up, but the rifle range is and we also have the M249, the full automatic weapon. I'm scoring. I'm not as good on the M249 weapon anyway. I barely score on that. I fail in that range. But the M4, a rifle. I've been shooting rifles all my life, so I shot my first. Yeah, I've been shooting rifles since I've been. I mean, I shot my first AR-15. My dad had about an AR-15 when I was 20, so I've been shooting rifles all my life. I mean, I always had a pellet gun too. I was shooting in the backyard, shoot squirrels with my pellet gun in the backyard. I'm a good shot, but the ranges are fucked up.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Fort Bragg has some bad ranges. If the range is bad, you're not really gonna be shooting that good. You own any weapons now?
Oh yes, I got an AK-47 and 2 pistols. Yeah.
What you gonna do with an AK? Is it, I can't even ask that because automatic is illegal.
No, I don't. No, and thankfully I don't have a automatic one. You know, I just have semi-automatic one.
I want to get a AK. I want a shotgun though. But
I'm a
violent dude, man. I actually be with the problems, man.
Well, that's why maybe just get you a pistol because if you know you're a violent dude, you might just go.
Last time I had a pistol, I pulled it out in road rage, and I'm like, boy, I'm about to go to jail. What am I doing? I'm about to lay a dude down.
Okay, if you're that violent, I don't know, man, because you have to defend yourself. Yet, if you're such a hothead and you just a person cuts you off, no, person. I mean, you have a big bad temper. You just a person cuts you off, and you're like, "What you do, motherfucker?" And you just want to.
No, I'm a bad driver, and people get mad at me for my bad driving, and I'll be like, look, I don't care if you get mad, you got to share the road with bad drivers too. And so what it was, I was trying to get into the lane, I was coming in slow, and buddy was honking, he was speeding, and he was like flipping out on me, mad because I was such a bad driver, and I was like, I'll blast the motherfucking brains out. So I grabbed the gun, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
let this man have it. You're going crazy right now. So. But yeah, man.
I mean, think about shows like BMF, man. That's like a bad. I've been loving the show BMF, but that's just a bad influence. It's all about gangsters fucking people up. That's what.
This is a real life story, man. That really happened.
I know. Big Meech is real locked up in prison. His son is playing him, and he's locked up in prison.
Hey, man, I think that's funny. All the guys in BMF's sons are famous. Blackface son is a battle rapper now. He's big, named Calico. And Big Meech's son is a star playing in fucking Euphoria. Why is a drug dealer's son an actor now? Playing in Euphoria, playing different movies. The main character, like, I don't know. I think
BMF was like was down with them boys because they blew up too. They blew up really big before they got pinched. Like they were huge. They were producing rappers in the 2000s. They produced so many rappers and shit. None of them had super mainstream success, but I remember when they went to jail. I saw. It was on Netflix. It was on one of the first streaming movie like documentaries on Netflix was BMF. So I remember watching that back in the day. But yeah,
did you remember Cocaine Cowboys where the black dude wrote Griselda Blanco?
Oh yeah, that was so fun. I love that movie.
Man,
that's a true story.
This is a true story. Griselda Blanco, the drug dealer that put on Pablo Escobar. She put him on. She put this guy on. She gets locked up. A black dude writes her in jail, and she brings him out and puts him onto the game. And that's crazy.
Then it was so funny that he started. He's fucking Griselda Blanco just to get the drug connect. She's an old South American Hispanic lady, so he ain't fucking her because she looked good. He just fucking her just to get the connect. But then he's fucking like bad white bitches and bad black bitches on the street in LA, and she finds out about it. Her son's trying to kill him, do a drive-by on him, and almost kill him. So it was that documentary is insane. Cocaine Cowboys 2, the Black Widow is insane because that was like she will kill you over fucking other women. It ain't a joke. Most girls key a car or some shit. She's trying to fucking smoke you. Have her
you talking about when she surrounded his house?
Yeah, she had 10 sons or something. It's like 7 sons. What was he supposed to do when she
locked up? What was he supposed to do?
Yeah, and exactly, bro. She ain't gonna see her once a month. He gonna do a conjugal once a month, anyway.
Hey, she about that though. That's a crazy ass woman, man.
In the 90s, she was off the chain. But eventually she went back to South America and they smoked her. What happened about 2015? 2015.
Oh, yes, that is shit. When she got out of jail, they found her ass and killed her. She lost all her sons. All her sons got killed.
Yeah, except for one. I think Michael, the one named after Scarface. No, one named after the Godfather movie. I think he's the only one that survived. Only one son survived. The rest, the other 6 died. So I think only one survived. But yeah, that was an insane fucking story. I mean, it's a true story of a real.
What's your thoughts on like the CIA and stuff? You think like the drug kingpins and all that stuff is like tied in?
Oh, I think they allowed the top ones to they allowed them to be, man. And I like the CIA, I call it conspiracies in America and cocaine in America because that's all they do. I mean, again, I don't know how, I don't want your channel to get in trouble, but I think they blew out JFK's head in the 60s. A lot of evidence points to that. They had just a bunch of one CIA JFK expert said the real assassin was named Mac Wallace, who was Lyndon Johnson was basically a Texas redneck gangster. He knew a dude that got out the Marine Corps was a big old burly psychotic white dude that was his hitman. He got him off out of murder charge after he shot a cop in Texas. And after he got the Marine Corps, he shot a cop in 1911 in Texas. He got him off, and that became his hitman. And he actually was one of the snipers on in the JFK assassination. And the main guy was a known Woody Harrelson's father was a known hitman. You can look this up. Woody Harrelson's father.
Woody Harrelson, the actor.
The actor. His father was a hitman, and he was he did the kill shot on JFK. You can look that up. He did the kill shot on JFK. He blew his head off with a you know about guns. So there's a fragmenting round. He used a fragmenting round. That's why even the Super film is heavily doctored. The fragmenting round is what blew off JFK's wig. That's why it blew out the back like that. Because it's a fragmenting round. It split his wig completely. And so that the whole thing of they tried to doctor it where it looked like he got shot from the rear, but the kill shot, he got shot from 3 angles. He got 2 snipers in the building and one on the grassy knoll, and the grassy knoll did the final kill. I mean, he was going to die of his wounds anyway, but the grassy knoll split his wig in the limo, so that was a kill shot. And the guy was dressed as a police officer. He just packs up his gun and walks away like Agent 47. He's dressed as a cop. He packs up his gun and walks away.
I got to go back in and look at that JFK one, but open my eyes up to the fact that the CIA and the government works with the cartel. The show Ozark. Now Ozark, I ain't like season 4. Did you watch Ozark?
I didn't watch Ozark.
First 2
I've
seasons
seen Breaking
are good.
Bad. I've seen a lot of shows with that.
First 2 seasons is good. Third season is pretty good. So first season is good. Second season ass. Third season good. Fourth season's ass. Okay, but they got a cartel member where the FBI works with him, and they allow him to sell drugs. They're like, look, we need you to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? Well, so it's like
you seen the Tom Cruise movie from about 5 years ago called American Made, where it was the true story of Tom Cruise playing Barry Seal, I think his name was. He was the CIA know he's a good mainstream commercial airliner pilot. They go up to dude in the 80s and say, hey, we want you to fly a plane for us and take drugs back and forth between you and Pablo. He's like, what the fuck? So yeah, well, we're gonna pay you a lot of money. A CIA agent comes to him and tells him that. He's like, okay, and he starts flying drugs for Pablo. But the CIA gets him out of jail for when they pinch the local police find he's a drug dealer. They pinch him, but the CIA bails him out. But as soon as the CIA bails him out, one of Pablo Sicarios kills him so he doesn't talk. It's a true story. One of his the Sicarios is Spanish for assassin. One of the Sicarios comes up and blows his brains out in his car and walks away. Goes back to Colombia. So that was a true story in the 80s. The CIA was literally told a guy to transport drugs and he would use Cessnas in his little private twin propeller planes and fly back. And it was a good movie with Tom Cruise because one time he had a crash land in Florida.
The movie. I hate how he died at the end.
But it's a true story. That's really what he really got popped by Pablo's men.
Hey, Tom Cruise did. I don't know what adrenochrome he on, but you seen Tom Cruise's latest movie? He doing another Mission Impossible.
He's a vampire. He's a vampire.
I think he's 60. Bro, now don't get it twisted. I work with some guys who was in their 60s that can hang, but not on like he trained for eight months on mopeds. He's still doing young guy shit. So in his latest stunt, he's driving off a cliff on a regular moped.
I saw that.
Out a parachute. I'm like, well, what? Tom. We was raised on Tom Cruise. We was
I love his movies.
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, what is? I think he's still on adrenochrome.
I think he's a vampire drinking baby's blood. Yeah, he's a vampire drinking adrenochrome baby blood because that's how is he that looking? He's looking. Look at the female co-stars from the Mission Impossible 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. They look old. They're starting to look old. The women from the basically their version of the Bond girl are starting to look old. He's in his 60s, old enough to be most of his current love interest in the movie's daddy, and he's still looking as he's still got abs, still got muscles, even though he's only 5'7". He still got abs, muscles, still doing his own stunts. Insane. Like the fact that he can get financed to do these stunts when most stunt companies don't want to finance you if the big actor is doing his own stunts. He does 90%. They know with Tom Cruise, he is crazy. He's going to do 90% of his own stunts and jump off a cliff in a motorcycle and parachute off. He can go splat. His little ass would go splat if he fucks up the stunt. He could die instant. I mean, he did one scene where he was on a plane. Of course, he has a harness in the actual real life, but for the movie, he's like he just held into a plane like he's Spider-Man and jumps in a jet in one of the Mission Impossibles, or hang off the tallest building in the world in the Arab Emirates, the Burj Khalifa, and just like call up it like he's Spider-Man. And insane stuff because most Spider-Man movies, it's all CGI. The guy is not really
most of these movies are all CGI, man. Who was the best Spider-Man in your opinion? I got Andrew Garfield. Not gonna lie,
dude. I was about to say Andrew. I'm no cap. I really am Andrew because I thought that he nailed the whole talking shit in the costume.
Geek, cool geek, cause y'all look.
Cool geek. That's me. Cool geek. He nailed that, bro. He nailed
in the comic book. Peter Parker was a geek, but he had charisma, jokes. He just wasn't like a Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire was too pussy. Too quiet.
Tobey Maguire was 1950s Pleasantville motherfucker. That's not truly Spider-Man.
And Tom Holland's just too goofy. He's just dumb.
He's Robin. He's Batman. That's Iron Man and Spider-Man are Batman and Robin in that. That's not the dynamic Spider-Man. Spider-Man is his own fucking hero at 16.
Yeah,
he's not just Iron Man's sidekick. That's what Stan Lee made that clear. He's not just Iron Man's spy. And then they fucked up. Daredevil was one of my favorite characters. Punisher and Daredevil, obviously Punisher, but Punisher and Daredevil. Punisher and Daredevil are one of my favorite characters in Marvel. But they fucked up Daredevil by making him a little bitch in She-Hulk. So that pissed me off. So
yeah, I didn't see that. And
I just saw clips of it.
The only one. But I like the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie, man.
I thought that the director's cut is way better. If the director's cut is a way better film, it's watchable. I still like the Netflix show better in terms of nailing the comic book accuracy was way better. Mm-hmm. But I felt that Ben Affleck, I thought Ben Affleck was one of the best Batmans we've ever had because he looked like fucking Batman. He was just a Batman that killed.
If I see Christian Bale Batman, I'm whipping his ass. You 5'9", you getting beat up. But
dude, he's too little.
230.
The Robert, what's the British dude? The British Twilight dude? And I don't hate on him for just being in Twilight, but the new dude that was in that shitty one from last year, that was like a piece of shit movie to me. It was boring, long, and stupid because it was like the plot was idiotic, and I didn't buy him as Batman because he's too scrawny. I was like, I could whoop dude's ass even without a gun, dude. I would just whoop the criminals in Gotham would just whoop his ass. The Robert. What's his name? Robert Pattinson Batman.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I turned it off. I only like the Penguin. As Colin Farrell as the Penguin was good. That was the only thing I liked. Everything else was trash. The Riddler was trash.
Yeah, I ain't like how they did the Riddler. The Riddler, where's the green at?
He was barely wearing. It was like very, very dark green, and he's a fucking look like a gimp. That was not the Riddler.
Have you seen the Sonic movies?
The Sonic?
Yeah.
The Hedgehog. I seen the first one. I fell asleep in the second one, but
how you fall asleep in the second one? That was the best one.
Oh, okay. I got bored of the second one.
You go to the movies? You go to the theater? You go to sleep?
No. I didn't go. I was watching at home. That's why. I love I love John Wick, like action movies and shit. Like if it gets too cartoony, I get bored. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all I wanted to say is Jim Carrey made the best Robotnik. He killed.
Yeah, y'all Sonic fans. Yeah. Yeah,
he was. I think he was good. He actually made. I remember watching them Batman movies. They were trash, but as a kid, you don't think they trash. Like as a kid,
no, I didn't. Yeah, Dude, I even like Batman and Robin as a kid. Like, it was so good.
I did too, man. I love I didn't know they were trash till I grew
Oh,
up.
the new BMF, there's like the new BMF, they just straight up said it. Like Lamar says, basically, I'm the Joker. I'm like, hell yeah, he's the Joker.
Hey, I was so glad he's alive in season 2. I didn't know he was alive until I went and watched. I'm like, hold up, Lamar alive? Lamar, my favorite character.
Yeah, because he's the villain, gotta live. The villain's the best part. You know, you see the movie Black Phone? I like horror movies too. You see the movie Black Phone with Ethan Hunt? Ethan Hunt is the killer. Man, that was a good movie because he is crazy. He's basically like a demonic. He would in this movie. It's like the Sixth Sense mixed with a serial killer movie. So he would kidnap. I don't want to spoil the whole movie, but he would kidnap kids in the 80s. It's the late 80s. He kidnaps a kid and puts him in his van he chloroforms him and puts him in the van. Then he fucking just plays his mind game with the kids. If they try to escape, he beats them with a belt in the inch of their life. And the latest kid he kidnaps, can see the other victims through a phone. He has a sixth sense to see other kids help him try to escape. They're dead and buried in the basement. And so the other kids try to help him escape. But Ethan Hawke is his name, I think. He killed the role because he played a sicko, psychotic. My mama just watched it, and she's like, oh man, she was like, yeah, thank you for letting me see that movie, because it was like she loves horror movie too, so it's like she loved that movie but she was crying when the bad daddy was beating the daughter or something. But anyway, she loved the whole serial killer, killed it. Like, but this new Scream movie, I can't wait. I want him to kill the Mexican little girls.
Hey man, I remember watching horror movies. I used to be a real big chicken. I can watch them now. The reason I can watch them now is like, imagine the actor playing the role. But the one I wanted to ask you about was was it the John Wick movies? What movies we talking about before that?
We talked about
before the Black Phone.
Mission Impossible. No, we were talking about
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, the John Wick movies, man. I really hope they give me more movies. You know how I'll do a John Wick movie?
Yeah.
I want to see John Wick 4 or John Wick 5, where they throw him in like a place with no guns. I want to see him have a movie with no guns the whole movie.
There was when Punisher went to jail. It was a very awesome scene in the Netflix show because Punisher went to jail in the Daredevil show, and he had to fuck up all the criminals in that prison.
Oh man, I remember that scene. I watched that scene over and over again.
Me too. Because
I didn't like him as the Punisher, man. He was too small.
That is true. He is a small guy. But also, there's a movie called, if you like action movies, there's a movie called Netflix called Avengement. It's about a British dude that's a boxer that gets framed by, the guy in real life is a martial artist, a really good British martial artist. He gets framed by his brother, he's a boxer. The brother tells him to throw a fight. He says no. The brother says, you owe me, be a drug mule for me in UK where it's the law, the police are everywhere. He gets caught, and the brother wanted him to get caught so he can put a hit on him in prison. So he has to fight in prison unarmed or just whatever shit he can pick up and kill all the criminals that are trying to kill him in the prison. So it's a great martial arts movie because he's stabbing dudes, he's beating dudes. They're kicking his ass too. It's realistic. He gets his teeth knocked out and shit. It's just a great movie where he has to fuck up every person in the UK prison. It's the most savage prison movie I've really seen recently. Because
I'm excited for the John Wick 4 one.
Me too.
They got my boy Donnie Yen. I'm a Donnie Yen fan.
Oh, okay. You like Donnie Yen, yeah.
I like Jet Li way more.
I think Ip Man was a good series, but yeah, Jet Li is what's so great. The one is one of the top martial arts sci-fi movies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, man, the one, man, that was my first movie I watched on my PS2. We went to
I remember that. I used to watch on my PS2 as well, man, back in 2003.
When it was done, I said, how do you rewind it?
Oh yeah.
You had to watch the tape and rewind it.
Yeah.
I said, how do you rewind the DVD? It was like, you don't, man. It's just a DVD. I I feel stupid as hell. The one was crazy. The best choreographed fight scene, I would say, in the movie, not the best of all time, would be the Star Wars Phantom Menace with the Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi and the other nigga and Liam Neeson. That had to be like one of the best fights.
Yeah, the plot of the first Star Wars is like George Lucas in the original trilogy had co-writers, but with the prequels, he just wrote it himself, and the plot is terrible. But episode 3 has some good parts, but other than that, the plot of the prequels are terrible, right? But the fight scenes are they're very like a martial arts movie.
Man, that Darth Maul scene when he grabbed that bitch and the thing came out and it came out the other end, I said, oh shit.
But you got Darth Maul. People like one time I was working at this place in Florida, And one of the women that worked, our manager said, "Oh, they were confused." They said, did your son go as the devil to Halloween?" He said, "No, he's Darth Maul." People think it's the people that are Star Wars fans think it's a devil. You know, when they see Darth Maul, they think it's a devil character, but he's just literally an alien. You know, so it's like he's a martial arts and they in the if you've seen there's a cartoon for Star Wars that's pretty good. It shows all of Darth Maul's backstory, his brother, and they're in this planet in the Star Wars where they have the sisters. They're females of the planet are the sorcerers, and the men are just warriors. And they explain all their backstory in the cartoon of the Darth Maul's backstory and shit. But,
man, I ain't like what they did with the new Star Wars, the girl and the black dude.
I didn't watch it. I saw The Last Jedi on video, and I said trash. When that shit, I was on leave when that came out, and back in Florida. I'm about to go back, Tuesday. But anyway, so then, I was on leave. I went and saw the movie Ford versus Ferrari instead. That was a good movie, but
I didn't see that. I thought you were about to bring a Fast and Furious movie. I said they had a car swinging from a vine. No, I don't.
No. Ford versus Ferrari is a realistic movie about Christian Bale playing a 1960 race car driver. But yeah,
but the Fast and Furious movies are doing too much.
Did
you see Hobbs and Shaw? Okay, remember when The Rock was pulling a helicopter with his hands?
I didn't see the latest one, man. I stopped watching them at like 7.
There's a part.
Oh no, I saw Hobbs and Shaw on video. I did see that one. Yeah.
Did you remember when The Rock had the truck and the helicopter?
I remember that. Yeah, man, The Rock was insane, bro. I mean, they get so insane. Like
I googled how much a helicopter weighed. A helicopter weighed about 400,000 pounds. You mean
even Captain America pulling it? Even though I know he's supposed to be in super serum, but Captain America is not as strong as Spider-Man and most of the Avengers. He's only just bodybuilder strong. So like him pulling a helicopter is not. He's only supposed to be as strong as like twice strong as a bodybuilder or something.
Yeah.
So that's like you rip his arm off. Yeah, exactly. That's it. He's supposed to be faster and stronger than a normal person, but nowhere near an actual like super powered person like Spider-Man or Hulk or something. Nowhere near that. So the fact that he's pulling a helicopter in like Civil War, that was insane. That was like, come on, he can't pull no helicopter.
You sleep on Captain America. That's one of my favorite superheroes.
I love Captain America though, but I thought the helicopter scene was so unrealistic.
I didn't like the fact. I wish they'd have found a way to make him a little more patriotic. Like Chris Evans didn't have that. In the military, you've seen the show Reacher on Amazon Prime.
I love that show.
Reacher had that military patriotic white man face. Chris Evans just don't have that patriotic face. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. He looks a little not as chiseled and not that Superman.
He doesn't look as like when you see Captain America, you see American patriot man is going to save the world. When you see Chris Evans, you don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And you remember being in the military. He's
playing in so many other roles too. He was fantastic.
Human Torch.
Human Torch. He's through when Fox owned the rights to it. So it's like he's been in so many roles too. That guy, because he's been in so few other major roles, you just see him as Reacher because he's a huge roided out dude.
But he had that military, that military face.
The military face.
And you see that first.
When you see some of the white guys that are pro hoa, they're getting rare now because most of the guys are getting fat. But I'm saying when you see that in shape, we got a dude like that he's like an NCO that is like super into fitness, and they look like that hoa.
Yeah, it's in their eyes too. You see their eyes and they face it. They about this military shit. Chris Evans just didn't have that. I didn't see that.
And they when they got blown up by Taliban over there. Yeah, when you talk to NCOs that got blown up over there, and they're like pro America, they want to kill every fucking enemy of America and shit. They are pro America all the way. They don't think about nothing except America. So. But also in the modern comics, like Captain America always like rebels against the government though. So it's like he always does his own. He has one comic he called the Nomad, so he does his own thing, But Falcon, that show was not that good. The Falcon show had a few cool scenes. The Falcon and Winter Soldier show, and they made him Captain America without super soldier serum. I'm like, he's not Captain America. He can barely lift 200 pounds. You saw that shit? It's on Marvel streaming. I mean, it's on Disney Plus streaming. The Falcon show last year was trash.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Not worth it. Not worth watching because he's not Captain America. It feels like an imposter. Not because he's black, because he's not he's not because he's black. It's because he don't have the super soldier serum. But
what do you think about the Wakanda 2 movie?
Trash. I saw it in theater.
Trash. I liked it.
I just like them, remembering the homie that died, but having a little girl, she looked like a little crackhead in the suit.
She shouldn't have beaten them more at the end. But she had an idea. I like how they did it. They took him out the water, had him dried out, like they weakened him, and to have him fight. You know,
they had basically, Umar Johnson might be a shill, but I agree with him when he said basically the Mexicans took over the movie. It's a black movie. Like Mexicans taking over everything now.
They took over my town. My little town is in Mexico now.
Wow. Hey man, I might come see you in person because I inherited my granddaddy's house in Fayetteville. I mean St. Paul's.
In St. Paul's? Hold up.
Yeah.
Who your people in St. Paul's?
I don't get too much over the phone, but my mom's last name is Stevens.
I might know some Stevens. Dang it, you gonna be in St. Paul's? You gonna be in the hood?
Yeah.
Damn. We get a drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll hit you up on email when I'm up there in late February.
I thought you were going to be out there. I didn't know you're going to be right there at home, but when you come to St. Paul's, you will see it is Spanish town.
Oh, my God. I got enough of that, man. Here, El Paso is run by Mexicans. I'm sick of that shit. I want to go to Atlanta now. Even though I hear a lot of, them LGTB, but I want to go to Atlanta, but I hear there's a lot of that shit. It's like San Francisco out here. I got to stop through Atlanta to go back to Florida. So, I got to stop anyway. So, I want to go to a black town because I'm sick of Mexicans right now. No offense to them.
Atlanta got a lot of black folk. But I had one more movie to ask you about. Did you see Avatar 2?
Didn't see it yet. I didn't like the first one, so I didn't see Avatar 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Avatar 2 is pretty good. I liked it.
The
last hour is the best part of the movie. The first 2 hours, you might as well
I call it Dancing with Wolves in Space, man. It's the same fucking movie we've seen before. Dancing with Wolves with Kevin Costner, it's the same fucking movie. White man feels bad about being a conqueror and joins the fucking natives. That's the same fucking movie.
Oh, damn. I didn't even know they recycled it. They do a lot of recycling of movies.
Yeah, every movie.
I think the John Wick movie when he killed the people over a dog was the first time I seen some wild shit.
Yeah, it's a derivative, but it does its own thing. John Wick is very derivative of the movies. A guy that's he's a Chuck Norris of his world. He just fucks everyone up, but he is doing it over them and just disrespecting him and kicking his ass and killing his dog like that. That was fucked up what they did. And so I'm totally in agreement. Yeah, you come and break in my house and kill my pet, it's your ass.
Who did you see that movie with Chris Hemsworth called Extraction?
I saw most of it. I didn't finish it. I got bored of that one too.
Damn, you get bored fast. You must got like
I got probably ADHD.
Yeah.
Play too many video games.
I got bored quick as hell. Like when I watch a YouTube video, I can't watch the whole video. I can watch only 10 minutes of it. I get bored.
No, if it's some conspiracy shit, I'd be like, yeah. Who killed JFK or who did 9/11? I'm like, yeah. But if it's some off-the-wall shit, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be interested. You gotta pique my interest. Or like that movie Dune, man. You seen Dune spelled D-U-N-E?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
That's a good science fiction movie because that might put you to sleep, but I love the science fiction world where it's 10,000 years in the future and they go back to fighting with swords because they have laser shields.
Huh?
They go back to fighting with swords in this movie 10,000 years in the future because they have laser shields.
Oh, so it's like since they got lasers, the swords go past the laser.
Yeah, the sword can go because they have to be able to breathe. The sword, you have to stick the sword in there slow to kill them, the other people. But they can't. If you shoot the guy with a laser gun, it blows you up and the guy up. So they can't use guns. They have to go back to using swords. So it's like Game of Thrones in space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they have to use swords.
Game of Thrones. That was one show I didn't watch.
Yeah, it's a game of. Well, I was telling to OG Silverback over the phone, like what I don't like about Game of Thrones, there's no one to root for. Everyone's a piece of shit. So how can I? And they have the Jesus white man is Jesus archetype with Jon Snow. And I'm like, oh my! I'm rolling my fucking eyes because I'm like, this is over the top. This white man come to save the world, and black people are still slaves in this world. It's like he could have made anything he wanted to do. He still made black people slaves, and then he cuts black men's dicks off. Like
who did that?
In Game of Thrones, there's a bunch of warriors. They're castrated at birth, called the Unsullied, and they're North African Afro-Arab dudes. They're like Afro-Arab hybrid looking dudes, and they cut their dicks off to make them the obedient warriors. They don't want to even chase sex. They're just totally, but they're like Spartans with no dicks. So they just go with Yeah, they go with shields and sword and a spear, and they just stab their enemies for you. And they worship. Then they swore allegiance to this white queen that has these dragons and shit. I'm like, fuck that shit. I mean, the black man in me is like, I don't want to see some dude that kind of looks like a black dude that doesn't have a dick that's a worship a white woman. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, man. I never watched that Game of Thrones. I got uninterested in Walking Dead.
Walking Dead died at the like season 5. It went downhill because got too shitty. The plot.
Yeah, when they killed off the son and then Rick died, I don't care about Norman Reedus like that.
It's certain history, but dude, after like season 9, I think I didn't even watch it that far, but I just heard about it. Like after that dude wanted to just retire the role at that point. He's sick of doing it now. He's been doing it 10 years. So it's like he's a British actor. He just said, kill my character, and he got the fuck on. So it's like, without Rick, it's over. Definitely, the show's over. Rick
what do you
is
think
dead.
about that situation that happened in Memphis, man, with them cops?
I don't want to get you in trouble, but I think that I think it's a false flag psyop because they killed Negroes and police kill Negroes every day. We don't hear about that. But I think they make psyops to generate, we want to riot today. We're going to make a public news story like the knee situation from 2 years ago. And then we're going to have Negroes go out here and riot and all this stuff. And the Negroes faked his death. But when a real Negro gets smoked, the fraternal police cover it up and you don't hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Police smoke a Negro every day for looking at him the wrong way. So that's why I feel about it. Like, I feel that particular situation, I think it's a psyop because it's too big. It's on CNN and ABC instantly. That means it's a psyop, and to me, I don't even do no further research on it. His name is, and then you could do probably the gematria of his name, and probably I think people have done the gematria of his name and it lines up with Freemasonic numbers and shit. But I don't know. I don't try because sometimes you read into that shit too much. You can't really prove shit with that because it's like it's too subjective. But because there's one shield YouTuber that begs for money that does that shit. But anyway, so yeah, man, you can't. I think most of the situations are psyops to me. I know I think I'm gonna sound crazy, but I'm the conspiracy nigga from Undercover Brother. So you
can look this up right now. 2022 had 1,000 cop incidents where people were in situations with cops. As far as disengaging the weapon, 1,000 situations. It was like 100 black, 100 something white. I might be over exaggerating the numbers. It might be 500 to 1,000. Just know it happened. Why was there not a news coverage story on every one of those stories? It should have been 500 stories. It's 365 days in a year. There should have been 500 stories.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We only going to act up about the ones that they tell us.
They promote.
And I have no issue with people riot, but just keep that same energy year round. Like there's a cop that had a situation in my town with somebody recently here. It's not talked about. It didn't even make the news because it's
That's
not.
What I'm saying. They smoke Negroes every day. They smoke a Negro every day, bro. They smoke them like a joint.
Guess what? It was a cop that shot a white dude.
Yeah, and they still don't, and they still don't blow it up. There was a famous one where a cop beat a homeless white boy. So in like 2012, and then they got no attention. And then also, man, like when white people though, why I talk about white folks when they do a demonstration, most times they come with rifles and their body armor and come and walk down the street and say, we stand for our rights. We believe in 1776. God damn it. And we want no this and that and sick of these Negroes and all this shit. But the cops don't spray no CS gas at, not only because they white, because they strapped to the teeth. The cops ain't spraying no CS gas on them. Cops ain't using no sonic weapon. Cops ain't using rubber bullets because they got rifles. But when Negroes, these stupid ass Negroes protest, because George Soros tell these stupid ass Negroes protest, they just come unarmed with a few Molotov cocktail bombs and they get their ass lit up with rubber bullets. So that's the difference. Like if I'm going to protest, I'm going to get 100 Negroes. We're going to go with rifles and we're going to walk down the street and say we want our rights. And the cops ain't going to fuck, even when they were black, like the OG Black Panthers. That was co-opted took over by the CIA. That
I agree.
Yeah. So we're gonna walk down the street like the OG Black Panthers and say we want our rights. Now, if they try to smoke us, we all is a good day to die. We all gonna wearing body armor. We all gonna die together. You know what I'm saying? The cops, they want to go down. One cop pulls his weapon and fire at us. We're gonna take them all out because I'm gonna light them up with AK. One of you have M4. I got an AK. He got a SCAR. He got a fucking just a pistol carbine. We gonna light up the police and we all gonna die together because we.
Oh man, that's some movie shit right there.
Yeah, bro. It'd be like The Purge or some shit, bro.
But I never understand it, man. When I see this type of stuff happen, but I knew when I see people on the streets talking about it, it shows me that the news picks what you're going to speak on. Because I went to the gas station earlier. There's a gas station I go to at the road where every morning it's a bunch of old people there getting coffee. All the old people was talking about that one story. Any other day I go in, they talking about lottery tickets. They talking about sports. But the day I come in there, they talking about all the cops beating.
Well, old people still watch the dinosaur TV. That's what that controls their mind completely. That young people, they get their ABC news through TikTok or whatever the fuck and YouTube. But the old heads get their shit from watching the fucking their old ass big old TV, and that's where they get their news from. So that's the media is the fourth branch of government. Really, you think about it. So it controls people's mind's eye. Whatever they tell police, think about a police fucking up. You ain't them. 300 days out of the year, you ain't thinking about police brutality or racism in America. But when they tell you to think about it, they think about it. But then they'll go back to thinking about the Me Too next day, and then they'll think about mass shooting next day that was staged by the government. Then they'll think about, remember that terrorists did 9/11, even though there's no evidence to support that a terrorist did it, probably with CIA. They'll go back to thinking about that. So whenever the media tells them to think about, that's what the dumbasses think about. The sheep just think about whatever the fucking sheep herder, the media tells them to think about. They don't think about a Negro gets smoked by the police every day. You ain't thinking about that, though. They don't think about that. Like you said, all these stories you know about, you always ask a guy that is in a area where people get smoked by police, frequently, like a big Fayetteville or Raleigh or whatever, or Atlanta or Jacksonville. People get smoked by the police every day. But and if you're know people in that area, you're gonna know that Negroes got smoked or fucked up or just get their ass whooped, didn't get died, but just got their ass kicked in by the police, right? But they don't think about that. But when they tell them to think about every Benjamin Crump news story has been a psyop. Every single one of
them. Yeah, I agree. Rodney King, the biggest one.
Rodney King was back in the day. Rodney King had his ass beat on March 3rd, which is a sacred day of Freemasonry because it's 3/3. Mm-hmm. And then he was, what else? And then he died so seriously in 2012 in a swimming pool, and it was very suspicious. And this Negro said, "Oh, let's just all get along," when he got his ass beat. So it was like this whole thing of turning.
Hey, why was that nigga who got beat up by the 5 cops calling for his mama at 29 years old?
Because he's a crisis actor.
Yeah, that's fake. Why is a grown man calling for his mama?
Grown men don't. Grown man, when a grown man dies, he might say, "Oh, please God," or some shit, or "Oh Lord," or "Oh this shit, oh stop whip my ass, please stop." It ain't gonna be mama, like he's 5 years old. Mama, I'm gonna suck your titty, mama. It's like, what the fuck? That's an embarrassment to black men everywhere. That's the whole thing about when you see a black man do something effeminate, it's very jarring because we're the most masculine men on the planet. But it's very jarring when you see a RuPaul or a black man do something, a black Wesley Snipes and drag in the 90s. It's very appalling to the mind because it's like, this black men are the best at building muscle, the best in sports, the best, just the scariest looking dudes. When you go to prison, you think about a big black dude raping you because they're big and strong. So you think black dudes are the scariest dudes on the planet. Yet when we do something, black dudes do something effeminate or homo, you're like, what the fuck? Your mind just goes like, what the fuck? Because it's I could ask. I've talked to this about white guys. Like, yeah, it is weird when you see a black man do something gay because it's like, what the hell, So
it don't look right on us, man.
No, it don't look right, bro. That's why
you ever see that wrestling group with Big E? I forgot their names.
You talking about WWE?
Yeah, I forgot. But there was the 3 guys, man. They had a cereal called Booty-O's.
Oh, what the hell? I don't remember that. I used to watch Rock and Stone Cold, yeah, but I don't know those two.
Yeah, they made those 3 big guys look like they was always on some suspect shit all the time.
Yeah, they sus as hell. I mean, what your man Chakra call it zesty sauce. They be on that zesty sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pathetic. But it's like, hey man, it's like, even think about the black church. Jesus in the black church is a black man, but looks like Little Richard. So it's very jarring. I follow
time I think of Jesus, I'm thinking that bearded white dude. I never think of the black dude.
I don't think of no black dude.
I never think of the black dude.
But I got a book that will piss off Christians because it's called I showed you our last interview, The Historical Origin of Christianity. I have it packed up now because I'm moving out of this room. But it says, the Bible's basically called apocryphal work because apocryphal is a fancy word that means it's a ancient fictitious book of unknown origin. So you can't prove it a fool talking about the Bible. I believe it. There's this guy that in my unit, he's like from like Australian country, and he's like a big into Jesus. I'm like, oh, I believe in the Bible because I feel the connection. I've seen Jesus in my dreams and shit like that. But you cannot prove the Bible. The Bible is historically worthless, because it basically
it got a lot of. I wouldn't say the Bible's worthless, but it's a lot of good information.
No, historically it's worthless. I mean, you can go read Superman and feel a religious connection to that. But I'm saying the Bible is historically worthless because it's not. You cannot verify any of the stories in there, and most of them are over the top floods and walking on water and virgin births, and they're all derivative of other ancient myths. Serapis was a lot of historians believe that Serapis Christus, when the Greeks invaded Egypt, that's when they made up. They turned that into Jesus eventually, because Serapis was born of a virgin and could turn water into wine, and was a bearded white man with a crown of thorns. So what does that sound like? So since people are ignorant of ancient gods, they don't know that Jesus is like me making a character with a red cape that's invulnerable to damage from a different planet. If I'd made that character right now, DC Comics would sue me instantly because it's so derivative of another character. That's how derivative Jesus is of the characters of the time period. Because there are so many savior gods of that time period that there was Mithra, there was what's the other savior? Sol Invictus. There are so many gods that were saviors born of virgins that were crucified, because it's basically the sun cycle personified, because the sun goes on in December, the sun goes on the cross constellation and then goes away, and only comes out for 1 hour in this December in the northern hemisphere, and then resurrects and comes back in January. That's where the Jesus myth comes from. But anyway, the sun. The sun is Jesus persona. The Jesus represents the sun. That's why the first images of Jesus, he's in front of a solar disc, because he's a white man in front of a solar disc, because they took that from ancient Egypt of Osiris and made it a white man to make the Greeks feel better, because the Greeks invaded Egypt and said, y'all will have a white god before me. And so they said, Uncle Tom's of Egypt said, okay, we're going to make a white god for you. And they slowly took it from Serapis Christus, very similar to Jesus the Christ, and they made it into Yeshua Christus, then into Jesus the Christ. So that's where it kind of comes from. But a Christian ain't going to accept that in no way. You can't tell them nothing. They're going to just be like, I believe in the Lord and I seen Jesus in my dreams. Just like a Muslim going to be like, I believe Allah is the God and the prophet is his servant or whatever. So it's not rational anyway. You can't tell them anything. I just got my mother to come around to that, accepting that Jesus is a fictitious story. But
you got your mom to convert?
Yeah. Yep. I got her wearing ankh necklaces now and just everything.
Man, I don't even try with my family, bro. I got the most argumentative family.
Yeah, if your family's that old school Neocolonians and shit, they ain't gonna listen. I believe in Jesus gonna come back and resurrect the dead and save our soul, boy. I believe in that's what I believe. That's what the Bible tells me so. So they ain't gonna hear this. And they beat you in the head with that Bible in the plantation. So that's why you believe it so hard. You know what I'm saying? The same white man used to rape the black men at night for trying to escape, so this is what you're dealing with, so
Heck yeah, man. You know a lot about that Egyptian culture, man. A whole lot of that.
I got
what do you think about the people with them long hairs? Are those aliens?
I think that either they were a different branch of humanity, or they could be maybe the alien theory is right. The people that seeded life on that made us evolve into humans were ruled Egypt at first. But I think they were just Egyptians who probably just bred to get super smart. I think they were probably just a breeding program to get super smart and get big heads. Because you have to think about it. Why is there a sacred bloodline? They probably bred to be. That's what they were believing in inbreeding. Even ancient Egyptians believe in inbreeding. That's why King Tut was born with a club foot, because they were so inbred. But they were probably interbreeding to get super intelligence, because the ancient Egyptians they knew about gynecology, they knew about masonry, they knew about all the stars. The pyramids are perfectly in line with the Orion's belt. Perfectly.
They are. It's crazy how they was able to line that up. But they got the technology, man. They just not giving it to us.
And I believe what Dan Canway said is right. I think that we came over here, the Black Americans, we've been here in like 2,000 years, and we're descended from ancient Egyptian explorers that came here in peace and lived with the kind of Mexican descent Native Americans, and we lived in peace. And then the white man came here and fucked it all up. That's what I believe.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's why they built, and I think that's Aztec learned how to build that shit from black people. And that's going to piss off our Mexicans. I believe that ancient Egyptians went to ancient Mexico and helped them build the pyramids. That's where they're inferior, but they're pretty damn good. But they're inferior to the pyramids of Giza.
Oh, they said that the ancient Egypt, their heads were right immediately all the way through childhood into their heads.
Yeah, but they said that, man, if you measure the cubic the spatial area in their heads, it's larger than just a typical baby binded like that. If you take your newborn and bind their head, it can make it look like an alien through artificially binding the head. But their heads are bigger than a binded baby's head that's just born genetically normal, that you just bind it. The head area of the ancient mummies are bigger. They're completely long, and their brain space compartment and their brain cavity is way larger than the normal humans. So I believe that they had a breeding program to breed for intelligence. It basically was eugenics for intelligence, but they kind of got fucked up when they started inbreeding so much. They got club feet and shit. This kind of got fucked up. So that's why I kind of believe, because their heads are bigger than a typical humans. I think that's where the legend of the Nephilim comes from. The ancient Egyptians, the Nephilim, the Nephilim, the legend of the Nephilim, the giants that are born of the angels. I think that they were just probably ancient Egyptians. My scientific explanation is ancient Egyptians just breeding themselves to be smarter and bigger than typical people.
So you think they were just trying to make themselves do that?
Yeah, they learned they got advanced technology, and then they tried breeding themselves to be smarter than a typical human. They surpassed all of other African countries at the ancient times completely. They had an ancient Egyptian empire. I mean, the pyramids in the time were pure white and was shining and shit. They had the Library of Alexandria. The Nile was the modern, like a modern highway of boats and commerce. It was the capital of the world for millennia. So it's like they were getting really advanced, and then it finally, when the Romans took over, and the Greeks and Romans took over, it fucked it all up, and then all the sodomy and shit fucked it all up. So then
you think they were doing that blood magic shit? You think they were practicing magic in Egypt?
Yeah, of course. I think it's like Star Wars, man. You have the light side and the dark side. I think they were using their sorcery. The black Egyptians using it for good, and then when the Greeks took over and got it, the magic, they use it for bad. That's where Freemason comes from. Freemason comes from when the Greeks invaded Egypt. They took their Masonic knowledge and used it for evil. That's all. We look at what's the symbols of Freemasonry: the compass in the square and the pyramid. That's what the pyramid's in the dollar. That's why the Washington Monument is a giant obelisk phallus, because they're paying homage to the Egyptian culture that they stole.
They do have a bunch of obelisks around. I seen one in Augusta, Georgia. They got one. I took a picture of it. In the middle, Augusta had a lot of symbolism in Augusta, Georgia.
There's even graves in Florida, graves everywhere in Georgia, where their obelisk is their grave marker, and they're dead white men, because they're Freemasons that stole the ancient Egyptian knowledge. So, man, you had a general in the army in the 80s that was Michael Aquino. He was prayed to Set. He didn't pray to the devil. He prayed to Set. So white man knows ancient Egyptian gods were the OGs. Even he knows that. But Negroes be thinking that Jesus is the way. Nah, man. That even the white man knows ancient Egyptian gods. Even if you don't literally believe in that spiritual system is a good system to follow. And also all that kinetic knowledge is good to know. I mean, and then also they know that your brain, ancient Egyptians knew your brain is just taking the signal of your spiritual signal and broadcasting and making your consciousness. That's why they throw the brain away when they embalm them. The brain's worthless after death, because it's just the same as your computer taking a signal of your spirit. It is taking a signal from just like your computer takes a signal, your phone takes a signal from the Wi-Fi. Once your computer dies, the brain is worthless. So they just throw it in the trash. They invented embalming. White man didn't invent embalming again until 1860, when they accidentally discovered that arsenic was an embalming fluid. So many doctors died embalming guys in the Civil War, because they got exposed to so much arsenic and died. But then eventually started using formaldehyde. But yeah, so the ancient Egyptians already were using wood alcohol as embalming. So, and that's why they can't deny that they were black, because they are so almost, some of them are so preserved, they still look like black people. They still have afros, they still are braids and shit. And you got Arabs talking about they are Arab. And you're like, they're not fucking Arab, dude. You got, what Arab got an afro that's not have no black blood? And,
I never understood the Jew fro.
Well, Jews are just Eastern Europeans, so they have some Mongolian and some other races intermixed with them, and that's why they have curlier hair. But most Jews do have straight hair, but some Jews have curlier hair because they are from Hungary or some shit. And and there's a book called The Synagogue of Satan I read one time, where his theory was they took on the Jewish persona to Jews are a made up persona. It's just I'm totally made up, just like Kryptonians or fucking Cleons and shit. They made that shit up in like 1000 CE to avoid persecution from the Muslims and the Christians at the time. So they said, well, we're God's chosen people, leave us alone. And they eventually migrated to Israel and took over Israel. But I've dated Jewish girls. They look like what they look like. I mean, look at Natalie Portman. Look at any Jewish Gal Gadot or whatever her name is. Look like little white girls, maybe training or whatever. But they look like white girls, right? Because they're Eastern Europeans. They're not from no Arab. They're not from no Israel. They are from Hungary. So they're just Eastern Europeans. And Eastern Europeans are known to have what? Genghis Khan conquered so much landmass in them days because he was, he went around on a horse in a bow and arrow with tens of thousands men, and he had a different woman every night. So his genes, he has a billion descendants to this day. You can look this up. This was on Discovery Channel a few years ago. He has a billion descendants and that's why Russians and Eastern Europeans still have slanted eyes, because they have Mongolian DNA from Genghis Khan taking all the women he wanted in them days. So that's why some Russians say, "Oh, we consider ourselves Asian Europeans or something."
It's right there beside Asian. Like you can walk from Russia.
You're Asian. They're Eurasians.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're Eurasians, right? Because he is on horseback. He's in horseback in 1200 CE, raping every woman or just having every woman he wants every night. And his descendants did that as well. Kublai Khan, all the motherfucking Khans. They just had a different one every night. So he had during his lifetime, he had 1,000 children, and they kind of have children. And so he had even though he has a Chinaman pee-pee, he have. Hey, man, know, man. Back in the day. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. You won't believe in fairy tales, fine. But anyway, so then no Chinaman got no big pee-pee. Anyways, so then that's what they always. If you give a China girl, they always say, "Oh, black man too big." So anyway, so then. So he was slinging a little PP back and forth every day. So he has 1,000 descendants during his lifetime, and then they're going to multiply. He has 1 billion descendants to this day. So that's why Eastern Europeans have Mongolian DNA to this day. Same thing that Italians don't want to realize, that the Moors, after Egypt fell, the Moors converted to Islam, and they conquered Sicily and Spain, and that's why actual Spaniards and actual South Italians have darker skin than most Europeans, because he fucked so many women. The Moors fucked so many Italian and Spanish women. They have dark skin to this day. They don't have, most of them are not blonde. Most Italians have dark skin because of the Moors fucking so many ancient Italian women. There's a movie, there's a Tarantino movie that referenced that. It's called True Romance. An Italian gangster walks in and says, "Where's my drugs? Your son took my drugs and my hooker." And he says, "Sit down, man. I want to tell you something. I study history and shit like that, and I want to tell you something, that you're a fucking nigga." And he's like, "What?" It's like, "You're a fucking nigga because in ancient Sicily, you're Sicilian, right?" He's like, "Yeah." So in ancient Sicily, I saw this on the History Channel the other day. There were so many, them Moors are niggas. They're ancient Muslim niggas. And they did much fucking with Sicilian women. Y'all still got a nigga gene to this day. Man, damn near one of you got blonde hair because he still got a nigga gene. And he says, "Really, huh?" He says, "We are tough." The Italian gangster player, Christopher Walken, kisses him on the forehead. He's like, "Wow, you're a tough guy." Takes out his 9mm and blows his head off. He's like, "I can't kill a guy in 10 years. But this guy got some fucking nerves on him, this fucking comedian." So he's like, yeah, that is a big insult to Italians, but they don't want to realize that, yeah, most of them got a nigga gene to this day. So
right.
Everyone's descended from, and we're all descended from black people, no matter who you are, but some people are more recently than others, so that's what they don't want to realize, You know, but I mean, the white people are saying like now, oh, we're all African under the skin. It's like, no, we're not. Because if you go to fucking, yeah, and maybe 20,000 years ago, you got a nigga in your ancestry. But if you go to the equator right now, you're gonna look like a lobster, white man.
Man, somebody in the chat said Dwayne asked boy what kind of girls he get. They say you giving him incel. They don't know, boy. You really that nigga, man. This guy.
I mean, fucking bit more bitches than they do. They do. I had a Haitian chick. I had a Mexican chick. I had a Haitian chick, a Mexican chick, and I had Mexican girls on the side. I had Haitian as my main
bro,
chick.
You in the military, bro. You at the duty. We already know you're running through them.
Yeah, I'm running through, bro. Fuck them niggas, bro.
Hey, man, we had that 30-minute mark, man. Yeah, anything you want to say?
You got incels that look like they straight savages, but they fucking incels. You can never tell if a man's an incel
anyway.
Incels are involuntary celibate. So it's a term that means a dude that can't get pussy, you know, because he's so fucking weird.
I believe you can get some pussy, man.
Dude, there's a dude in our unit. He's a mentally slow Australian. He gets a lot of, now he ain't picky. He be fucking a lot of fat chicks, but he be getting different pussies he be getting pussy monthly, bro. And then some of them look good. So I mean, you can get pussy unless you're fucking complete retard or you got a birthday.
I will say, I see you getting a bunch of white girls. I don't know about you getting too many sisters.
I date like Black Caribbeans all the time.
Black Caribbeans?
Yeah,
They look. How were you meet them at?
No, I just met them. I met one in El Paso.
Oh, okay.
I was banging her for 6 months. They wanted to get married. She wanted to get married, bro. And but she was like, she's the same age as me, 30, so she's getting kind of old, and she was only 5 foot tall. But I'm 6 foot tall, so every time I smash, she's screaming bloody murder, bro. So these motherfuckers don't know what they're talking about, bro. I be getting pussy, bro.
You say you 30, right?
Yeah, I'm 30. Yeah, I'm 31 now.
Somebody asked how old you was, man.
I was born in 91. I think you were born in 1990. I was born in 91.
Right. I was born in 1990.
Yeah.
Well, Armchair, man, we're gonna do a whole red pill, blue pill next time you come on.
Okay, cool, man. I'll be free on unemployment next week.
Hit me up whenever you come to North Carolina, man. I'm gonna give you
dude, yeah, I do. My house is right there. I'm gonna come and hit you up, bro. We go to the gun range if you want to. Yeah, but you probably too hot headed to buy one, but I'm gonna take you to the gun range and we're gonna go.
Now I can get a gun now. I'm a little more mature with a gun.
Okay, take your your medication to calm you down. You probably get it from the VA. Get your medication to calm you down, so you don't. Bro, if you gotta smoke a full, smoke them. But you gotta go get a lawyer. But I'm saying, but if you don't have to smoke a full for just over cutting you off, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
yeah.
I do that. But hit me up, man.
Peace, brother. Okay, peace, brother.
Be safe. So, boy, I'm sure, man. Boy came through, put that work in. I was talking shit, y'all motherfuckers in the chat tonight. I got them nerves. My boy Armchair, man. He's talking about he coming to St. Paul's. I ain't know he's gonna come to St. Paul's. We gotta get a drink. I'm gonna take him to Ferguson's, man. They got a burger joint up here called Ferguson's. He got me my mom. If he meet my mom, she gonna talk shit. She like, boy, where you from? My mom talk shit. You know what I'm saying? What's the deal, man? But yeah, why ain't y'all donate tonight? It's been no daggone money, man. And Woke TV, I love you, man. You family, but I hope you ain't crying right now. I was going hard on your ass. You probably crying like hell. Red Star, don't be talking about no motherfucking Henry Campbell, man. Fuck wrong with you. And the mirror, hey, you better act right. So I know. I better calm down in here. Y'all all been cutting up tonight. What the fuck going on? Y'all been talking shit about my forehead. Somebody sound like a toothbrush. Who the fuck sounded like a damn toothbrush? Somebody sound like a goddamn toothbrush. But y'all better, why you come on Kinfolk channel, Dwayne? You got to be on that list, but you know, Kinfolk, he famous, bro. You got to make the list. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna see if I can come on there, but I don't be harassing people to come on their channels. Like I hit them up if you know, say if you want me to do that. Girls, they show the devil. We already know they show the devil, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy who just sent that $1. Jetty just sent that $1. Shout out to him. Hey, Terrell Long, you ain't here talking about you retired military and shit. Where the fuck them donations at? I know you. Hey. Sergeant First Class, you got money, man. What's up? Yeah, I be seeing you in the chat every night. That's how the Niecy, the million guy. Why don't you come? Oh yeah, she already asked me that. But TV, you won't go on hard. Them weak ass jokes. Them shits be weak every night. I just respond to you because I'm like, boy, I'm tired of him with weak ass jokes every night. Damn, them shits be weak. Shit, nobody laughs. Nobody even pay attention to him. Vote TV like 15. Vote TV. Do your homework. Study. Stop beating your meat. You 15. You got your whole life ahead of you. Stop being late on my channel every night. You young as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna miss you in the chat. You young as hell. You will not be missed. I'm not gonna be like, damn, Woke TV don't watch me no more. You can do whatever, but you young as hell. Go read a book. You young, man. You like 15, you living at home with your mama and shit. Go get you a job. You about to be 16 years old. Get you a job. Stop talking shit. You was not going hard. Learn how to troll too, man. Them weak ass jokes. What do you think about Trey Songz, the way he act up? I don't give a fuck about Trey Songz. The way he always shout you out. Who always shout me out? What TV? Who always shout me out? I'm forgetting. J Red did. Bruh got jokes. Red Star is back to being Sir. I know that's a female, but I will always address that as him. That's the one who came with me with the toothbrush joke. That's him. I'm about to go to bed, y'all. I'm about to hang it up. Red did. The villain, him, and he's a trans. I graduated in 83, born in 56. Demi Simmons. What they got to do with anything? What they got to do with anything? What y'all talking about Ken for? What are y'all talking about? I'm about to head out, man. I have some questions before I peel out. I'm trying to hang with y'all for a little bit, talk some shit, because I was talking shit all night. We got to address shit. For real. Shit got to get addressed before I leave. Dang, woke like 80. I'm Woke TV. Woke TV ain't that old, man. Woke TV like about 13, man. There's no way a grown-up is doing the shit he do. He's like 13. He been here every night talking shit with no whack-ass jokes. He probably go to school, get picked on. Probably get beat up, thrown in lockers and shit. I could talk shit when I was in school. I didn't get beat up. I could talk shit. Phrase, the gematria of the phrase in him equals the same as the devil. You see how everyone using the phrase, I'm him. They really saying I'm the devil. No, they not. They're saying I'm him. Y'all got to stop with all that. This shit equals this shit. He's really saying this shit. No, it don't. He's saying I'm him, nigga. He's not really saying I'm the devil. No. Do my strikes go away when the live end? Yeah, everybody get fresh strikes tomorrow. Woke TV, my friend again tomorrow. Tonight he was talking. He came in a whack ass jokes. I had time today. I'm about to talk shit tonight. I'm gonna put the thing in there. Who want to come on? I'm gonna invite a guest on if I peel out. So I'm about to go. They thought I was gonna go to that whack ass party. I'm gonna go to that whack ass shit. Motherfucker thought I about to pull up. Talk about you gonna come to the party? I want to go to that whack ass shit. How does Dookie Chris taste? Bitch, I never had no Dookie Chris, bitch ass nigga. Nuke's World. I got it in there. I got it in the chat. Yeah, your strikes go away. I got the link in the chat. Y'all can pull up, talk some shit. You want to talk some shit? Y'all here talking about white boys. I mean, y'all gonna make your daddy mad? Don't come here talking about no damn white boys. Oh, Demi Simmons, you a bitch. You won't want to come up here, man, trying to take care of my kids, nigga. Nobody even respond to this dude, man. This nigga lame. He trying to get daddy attention. He want to speak to Dwayne. Can we guess twerker, please? What? I'm gonna post a link in the chat again. Y'all want to hop on? What time is it? 12:08. It's still early. Shit. It's early as hell for me. I'm about to clean up. I'm about to clean up the kitchen, straighten the living room and shit, and go to bed. I might get me some yarn. I don't know. What y'all thinking? Y'all quiet now. Y'all talking all that shit a second ago. Y'all quiet as hell now. But yeah, man. Niggas ain't y'all guys. We grown. We don't care about making our daddies mad. Y'all better care about making your daddy mad. What the hell? They ain't got them white boys. Talking about some fucking Henry Cavill. He was the worst Superman in the world. That face he had the whole movie. Man, I'm not responding to that dude, bro. That might be another person. Woke TV got help. He called his homeboy up. He said, yo, Dwayne flaming me. Come in here, man. Help me out. This nigga talking about Demi Simmons, you have no profile picture. You won't even come up here. Come up here and talk that shit for real, bro. We gotta see what you look like. I bet you ugly. I'm gonna post a link. Talk the shit for real, bro. I know you trolling. You probably might be a bot or an agent, but I bet he gonna come up here and talk that shit with his voice. Y'all niggas be bitch. Y'all wanna talk shit in the chat. I'll really hop on your channel and talk that shit. Y'all niggas, we can go back and forth and be ignorant and belligerent. And ain't no growing up over here, nigga. This is me forever. What are you talking about? Wait a minute, Eddie Jones. And who was coming at you 5 for Amazon? There's like, 5 for Amazon. Like, yo, hold up. Any lady in the chat is Dwayne's. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all can't. This is not no hookup site. Only person hooking up is me. Y'all niggas better stop. You hopping on tomorrow? Yeah, I'm hopping on tomorrow. Yeah, I'm hopping on tomorrow night. People scared to come up. These niggas big. They do all that shit talking in here, and these niggas out here just keep coming up here not talking no shit. They don't want to go on camera, nothing. They just want to just stay in the chat. Dwayne, sit your ass down. She mine. Look, every female in this chat is Dwayne. No, this is not no hookup site. Y'all ain't about to get no numbers in here. It's not going down like that. It's not going down like that. Y'all have to go somewhere else. Don't forget about the mental health video. I will. So who's coming up? Oh, New York is coming up.
Hey, yo.
What's the deal, bro?
What's poppin'?
What's up?
Hey, but I checked my well, hold on. What is this though? The StreamYard. Oh, this is for people to go live?
Yeah, you use that to go live.
Oh shit. I'm not gonna be a guest though. What is this? You just trying to get guests? Like what you doing this for? It's my first time. It's my first time going to StreamYard, homie. I'm in a big channel. I'm in a couple of boxing channels. We got like 80, 90K together. But what is this? Is this like for new people to join your thing? Like what is this?
Man, what you like? You old or something? Where you from? What you mean? What is this? This is just, I'm bringing you on just as there's people in the comments that come up here and ask questions and engage with the YouTuber. What you mean? What is this?
Oh, to ask okay, I got you to engage and ask questions. All right, homie. I don't have anything. If I do, I'll come back up. My bad, homie. I don't have anything right now, though, fam.
I hear on your Patreon.
Is this on your Patreon? I'm from New York. I'm from Queens. Is this on your Patreon though? What is this on?
This gonna be live on my channel. This is live on my channel right now on YouTube.
Oh shit! I don't have anything though right now, fam.
All right, man.
When I do, I will come back on, fam. I've been following you for a while, so you stay good, bro.
All right, man. Shouts out to New York, man. You hold it down. Shouts out to Queens.
All right.
But he didn't know that he was on. Like, yo, what is this, bro? He thought this was a new social media platform. You already a guest. I'm here to tell V is a nigga. Here, he claiming her. You clicked on the link, you get your airtime. Yeah, man. I'm gonna post it back in there again, man. Y'all niggas is lame as hell. I bet y'all gonna show y'all Instagram. Put your Instagram in the chat. Y'all want us talking shit? Put y'all Instagrams up. Let me see what y'all look like. I bet y'all ugly as hell. Ain't nothing wrong being ugly, but I bet you ain't got no swag though. Ain't no money. Now, if you ain't got no swag, no money, or no muscles, what the fuck is you doing? Now you really lame. Now you really lame. Oh yeah, my boy the visionary. He said he gonna tap in soon. I'm confused. Where he thought he was? He thought he was on another platform. He didn't know how it went on YouTube. I forgot YouTube trying to get StreamYard out of here, cause how big it is in the shortest month, man. Cause you know, man, they gonna always do black people dirty. Nobody give a fuck about black history like that. I care about black history, but I hate how we a color and not a race. You know what I'm saying? Like, we black, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. We supposed to be like a race. We let the meat do all the talking. What? Eddie Jones. Y'all wildin'. Well, we will be back here tomorrow night. I think my boy Art said he's gonna try to come on. If not, it's just gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know they love me. Y'all make sure y'all send all the grips. My boy Terrell on said it's false history. Wild dog, the baddie hunter skin look like leather. Cause white people, when they get in the sun, they get too much skin tan lotion, and that sun fuck their skin up. So that's why he look like that. And he's probably doing a lot of drugs. We all need to get some rifles and protest. And do what? You need to get rifles and use them. Y'all be talking about getting rifles and not using them. Y'all niggas is wild. You need to get rifles and use them bitches. Y'all want to, hey, I got my rifle. Change the rights. Make that make sense. You need to, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, who this popular? Nuke's World. Add the stream. What's the deal, homie?
What's going on, bro?
What's the deal? What you got going on?
Just want to get a couple of pointers from you, bro. I got me a channel started. Got a couple of subscribers and stuff. And
oh shit, hey, buddy, I charge for this, man. You gotta hit me in the email. I'm just playing. What's up?
Nothing, man. I mean, I've been following you, bro. I like your content. I like how you do your thing, man. I'm just like, what do you recommend? Like, I got like 400 subscribers right now.
What's your content about?
I do a little bit of everything, bro. A little bit, basically current events and you know, I like the conspiracy theory stuff too, but I don't hit on that as much. Just basically current events and stuff like that.
If you want to hit on current events, like blogging on current events, basically.
Yeah.
But is it celebrity based, news based, or all the above?
It's all the above.
Do you have thumbnails?
Yeah, I put thumbnails in now. Yeah, at first I didn't, but I just started doing that stuff.
What's your view count look like?
Far as it's pretty good. I've a couple hundred. I've had like 20,000 on one video. You know what I'm saying? You know, that ain't that much, bro. You know.
What you like? Say, so you post a video every day. Like, what's your average? Like 100, 200 views?
Yeah.
That's straight. All you gotta do. All thing you need to do is just keep going.
Just keep going.
Yeah, just don't stop.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep going. When there's something happens, blog on it. Try doing different shit. Like adding in a title to it, tell a joke, something you ain't never done. Always just try to keep doing something new and keep revamping it. And do you go live?
Yeah, I did it like once or twice, but I ain't did it. You know.
Okay.
I just been trying to
go live a little bit more. Start going live so you can give off your character some more. And seem like a cool ass nigga. Talk about something you normally want to talk about every once in a while.
Yeah.
But every event, be on that shit. And then do you do tags in your YouTube titles? Like in your description box, do you do pound tag?
I just started doing it. My son told me to do that.
Yeah, tags is one of them.
Okay.
I still haven't branched out to like the other TikToks and everything like that. But the wave right now is YouTube Shorts. Get on the shorts. In February, I'm Mr. Short Man. You know what I'm saying? For real. But yeah, if you got more questions, man, we can do one-on-one sessions. Hit my email. I help you out. And then I do promotion on the channel. That help get some views to you. I'm
gonna definitely do that. I'm gonna hit you and we'll talk about price or whatever.
I got 3 people right now getting paid from YouTube because I help build their channels up.
Definitely. I'm gonna definitely hit you then. I'm gonna hit you probably later on. I'm gonna email you.
I don't be bullshitting, Noops. What's Nuke stand for?
That my granddaddy, he basically used to call me Nuke when I was little. You know what I'm saying? So I just went with that. Nuke's World, you know.
Okay. All right, we hit my email up, man. I'm bringing his last guest on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. If you already got 400 subscribers, you already got the ball rolling. I don't know how people be like, hey man, what I done? Like, bro, you got subscribers, you got an audience. Oh, it's only 50 people watching. Imagine 50 people in a room. That's a lot of people. You got an audience. Just keep putting on for them niggas. It's gonna grow. It might grow slow, but it's gonna grow. I know some niggas right now who been at 8,000 subscribers for 5 years. Them niggas just now. There's a dude named DME Detroit. I hate his channel. He's a battle rapper. I do what Woke TV does to me, I do to him. I go to his channel and hate on him because I don't like him in battle rap. He sucks. He cries all the time. He's bitch. DME Detroit only had 8,000 subscribers for years, but he's upgrading his channel, and I see him about to hit the 9,000. He been trying. He never gave up. And I remember watching him just stuck. I'd be like, yo, your channel's ass. You know what I'm saying? But once you get an audience, just keep on going. Who's this here? Oh, it's my boy back again. What's the deal?
What's up?
He got the afro out today.
Yeah. Today I had to go to like a field trip. I had to go to a field trip. I ended up going to a college little basketball game. It was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not what's up.
Yeah. I had to go to that. It was a college. It was like a half an hour away to the city. I went to Spokane to Pullman.
You know, I get a lot of calls from those areas so I know where that side of Washington's at. Funny part is.
Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, like the city. Yeah, Spokane is near like Idaho. Like it's between Illinois West and the Inland Northwest. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of field trip y'all went on?
It was like a small field trip. It was like full of it was like mostly like native. It was mostly about like Native American students. That's all. Like it was like a bit of a gathering.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. What you had going on tonight? What kind of question you want to bring to the table?
So I got a question. So what can I do so I can like have like a growing YouTube channel? Like right now I'm having like it's a very small like YouTube channel. It's like I got 18 subscribers.
You got 18 subscribers. What kind of content you make?
Well, I've been posting my art, but I've been thinking about posting like my channel right now. I wanted to post like a variety of stuff like reactions, commentary, and so on, like news too.
Mm-hmm. It's really hard to get the ball rolling. I got the ball rolling on my channel by luck. I just made a YNW Melly video and somebody shared it and it went crazy on it. But I would say, man, you need to use your voice, man. You got a unique voice. You need to do some voiceovers and talk. If you're going to do I say try it all, man. Do reactions and do all that. If you got 18 subscribers, you're able to get 18 people to do that. So that's going to be knowing that you're still going to be able to get more to go. And if you're doing your art, just showing a picture of your art isn't going to work. You need to show the whole, like, start recording the entire process and chop that bitch up to 1 minute. Like when you first draw it and then fast forward it. Like learn how to edit. If you're going to do that, learn editing. Yeah. Like I said, you're 15, so you got a lot of time to learn. Learn editing for one. Like start with YouTube and how to edit. If you're doing art and you want to do that, I would say how I made this. And people want to be amazed. That's why I started doing Illuminati breakdowns. I did Illuminati breakdowns because I seen a guy named Net Most Wanted. Net Most Wanted, I got to call him. I have his phone number. He came out during the 2020 era and he boomed off showing nothing but clips. He didn't even talk. All he did was show clips. So that gave me the idea that I need to start showing images in my videos. People just don't want to see me talk. People want to see images and they want to be wild. So I would get images and video clips and I would speak over them. And that's where I got that idea from. And then I learned, and my Illuminati breakdowns really will help the channel grow. So people want to be wild. They want to be visually into stuff. So rewatch your videos. If you don't want to watch them, nobody else is going to want to watch them. I want to say show them to people because I show them to people that like them. YouTube is not like the streets. And with YouTube, there's going to always be somebody who's going to want or watch your content. It's not like the streets. So say you show your video to 10 people in the streets, they're like, I ain't gonna rock with it. But YouTube, there's so many people, they're going to want to watch it. So I would say right now with you, start learning TikTok because that's one of the things I don't know how to do. But I do know I did learn it, it would help. Learn how to do TikTok.
Yeah, I'm slowly on that. That's like the only platform that I'm slowly like into. Like, but I've been posting on like the YouTube Shorts, and I get like from like 200 to 500 views, and I barely get enough like subscribers.
Well, see with the shorts is if you getting 200 to 500 views, the shorts they work differently. People are going to watch it and just scroll up. It's kind of hard for you to subscribe. You got to start doing something a little more. What kind of camera you just using your phone?
Yeah, but only my phone.
What kind of phone you got?
iPhone 16 mini.
13 mini ain't even at the 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 13.
Yeah, it's the newest phone, but it's the mini. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't know about. I don't know. This is my first phone. So okay, I'll keep up with all the iPhone.
Okay, Galaxy what I'm trying to get at is use your back camera. Your back camera looks better than your front camera. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, so okay, if you're doing that, so now you got HD view videos, and with your shorts, keep on making them bitches. Keep on making them. Sometimes I'm telling you, YouTube, like I'm in a spot now, my YouTube channel where an average nigga would give up because I'm not getting the views that I used to get. I used to get 10K views a video. Now I'm barely able scratching 5,000. But guess what? I know this game. I know if I stay consistent at it, put out good content, it's going to be back to where it was at. That's all it has to be. So you're going to go through those phases. Just don't never give up on it.
So if I record myself, like I should record from the back of the phone.
I was if you're going to record yourself, but I would say starting out, try it because you need to see yourself sometimes, but keep the front of it sometimes. But you might need to try the back of it. Just try things. The thing with this YouTube thing, you got to trial and error it. But if you got more questions, man, I will answer all your questions freely in the comment section. I'm about to head out of here, man. I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Okay, I got a quick question. It's a joke.
What is
it's a bit of a silly joke because I watched a video about like about this Wes dude. I don't know who he is. Is he a singer? Wes?
Russ? Yeah.
you said he's part of like a different spectrum of light skin. So what type of spectrum I am?
The spectrum of light skin you are? I would say you're the spectrum of light skin guys who ain't sensitive. You're not going to be emotional. You know what I'm saying? You just light skinned. You know what I mean? I hear it in your voice. I can see you going down there changing your tire. I see you going out there taking care of your family. I don't see you being that type of light skin in that spectrum of being proud, especially when you're in your manhood. I don't see you in your manhood. I don't hear it being in your manhood as that guy. You probably still have some light skin tendencies if I was around, but dark skin niggas got light skin tendencies. But I see you in that light skin era, like not Terrence Howard. You're not Terrence Howard, but you right there. Where Kid at? Like Kid didn't play. Kid wasn't no bitch ass nigga. Like he won't complain and cry like that or emotional. But I wouldn't get you as the emotional light skin guy. You in that?
I'm the type of dude that's more about like I'm more logical than feelings.
For you to walk out with that afro, you automatically put yourself ahead of every other light skinned person out there. That's a lot of that's a lot of swag, man. That's a lot of swag, man.
Yeah, like I be wearing like different like clothes and all that. So I got like a different type of swag.
I don't know why I see you with a fat ass girl when you grow up, man. I see you with a big bitch.
Hold up. And I also be rolling with this. I be rolling with bead necklaces. Hold up. Let me see. One of my bead necklaces. This right here. It's a little bit of a medallion.
Oh, well, you got that old 70s, 80s swag, but you got your own swag. That's another thing that's gonna help you stand out. You need to be on camera and show the world who you is, man, because you're a different person and you don't mind showing your personality. And I'll tell you, man, talk, man. Don't let them R's. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. We're gonna love it because I think the shit pop. Like I hear you talk. You got it, man. I just say just keep going. And I'm in a few years, I'm asking you for money. All right, man, hold it down, man. Thank you for coming over, all right?
Oh, you too. Appreciate it.
That's my boy, man. Get some locks, Dwayne. Man, I ain't getting a motherfucking lot. Somebody get a haircut. Waves. Fuck all that. But yeah, man, y'all hit my email. Y'all want some YouTube advice? I do have YouTube classes. We can teach you how to start a YouTube channel. I helped a few guys build their channels up. And they getting checks from YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne, brush your teeth. Well, he back here again. Well, y'all leave that dude alone. He 15, man. Man, he 15. But I'm about to be out here. I'll be on here tomorrow. Y'all come in here for some money tomorrow, man. And Demi Simmons, I gave you the chance to come up here to talk. You're ugly. You're lame. You get no hoes. You still fuck your mom. Your mom jacks you off. You lame. You sucked your dad dick. You got raped as a kid. You're in here because you hate yourself. Go die tonight, please. Nobody gives a fuck about you.